Have you ever imagined a world where sugar has feelings? Where every spoonful of candy knows exactly what you're doing with it? Well, Sugar Daddy imagined it. And that's when everything started to go wrong. The story is simple. He just wanted to cure diabetes. That's all. A small step for mankind, a giant leap for the glycemic index. He claimed to have developed the perfect sugar. 0 calories, 0 guilt, and, according to him, infinitely cute. The problem is that the candy woke up and started talking. It all started with a strange noise coming from the kitchen. Daddy whispered a cupcake. Yes, a cupcake, the first of its kind. Sugar Daddy stared at the little cake that was winking at him, and for a second thought it was hypoglycemia. But the cake spoke again. You created me to heal you. Or to replace you. From that moment on, it was clear that the experiment had gone too far. Sugar Daddy, excited, decided to film everything. After all, who wouldn't want to be the first? Man to talk to a cake that understands glucose. Gradually, other sweets began to gain awareness. The pudding was the most mocking. The Brigadeiro spoke in the third person. And the carrot cake had profound existential crises. Sugar had won. But along with awareness came revenge. The sweets began to hide the insulin. Without insulin, you'll need me to live, said the cupcake, twirling its straw as if preparing a culinary coup. Sugar Daddy tried to negotiate. He offered sweetener. They laughed. He tried to substitute it with stevia. They shouted blasphemy. It was at this point that he realized the real problem. It wasn't diabetes that needed curing. It was ego. Sugar Daddy had created an entire civilization of conscious desserts just to prove he could master sweetness without being mastered by it. But now he was the hostage. The glucose spike had become literally a living mountain of whipped cream and fury. And at its peak, the ultimate cupcake raised its voice. You created us to cure an evil, but we are the evil that cures you. The climax came when Sugar Daddy had an absurd idea to eat his own creator. He picked up a spoon, looked at the camera and said, if sugar wants to live in me, then let it live. The screen shook. The sound of chewing filled the room. And for a moment everything seemed resolved, until the voice echoed from the back of his throat. Now, I am Sugar Daddy, and that's where I ask you, was it worth it? Would you cure a disease if the price were? And now I want to ask you something honestly. Was it really worth it to get this far? Because in the end, this whole story raises a question nobody wants to face. Would you actually cure a disease if the price was becoming a servant to the very remedy keeping you alive? Imagine depending on a talking dessert, arrogant and dramatic, reminding you every single day that you're only breathing because it allows you to. Sounds ridiculous. Maybe too ridiculous. Well, that's exactly where things start. Getting dangerously interesting. So tell me, what would you do if a flan started looking at you with superiority and a cupcake announced a full-blown coup inside your pancreas? Would you run, negotiate, or embrace the chaos and try to convince the Brigadeiro to become your ally? I genuinely want to know, so drop your answer in the comments. And listen, if this story already got inside your head, wait until you see the next episode. Popeye Diakakar is going to try taking the carrot cake to the gym, and let's just say nothing about that workout goes according to plan. If you want to find out what happens, and make sure you don't miss the moment Sugar decides to show who really runs the show, hit subscribe, leave a like, and turn on notifications. Because this saga is just getting started, and you definitely don't want to miss the next wave of chaos.